And that was Gary Grumbach reporting. A bipartisan group of lawmakers is now pushing a bill this week to rein in President Trump's ability to take further action in Iran.
Yes, not just lawmakers on Capitol Hill divided over Operation Epic Fury. Action News 5's Caitlin Miller joining us live now to share new information that we're learning about this conflict. And Caitlin, telling us what you've heard from local lawmakers.
Yeah, as the president prepares to address members of both the House and Senate tomorrow, I spoke with local lawmakers on both sides of the aisle about what more they're hoping to hear from him as this war continues. As the president prepares to brief all members of the House and Senate tomorrow, University of Memphis political science professor Durson Pexon says the president will likely have to answer a big question being echoed by many lawmakers on Capitol Hill.
Why now? Right? What are the main sort of issues that drive right now the use of armed in such a major scale operation?
Another the president addressed today in Washington was how long this could last.
Right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that.
Professor Pexon says he believes the potential of a drawn-out conflict is likely.
I think we are underestimating how powerful the Iranian regime might be, right? There must be a reason why they have been in power since 1979, right? This operation could last a lot longer than most of us expect.
Some lawmakers, like Arkansas Congressman Rick Crawford, who serves as the House Intelligence Committee chairman, says, quote, the timing was perfect for these attacks on Iran. Congressman Crawford is one of only 8 members of Congress part of the Gang of 8, who were briefed about the attacks on Iran before they took place on Saturday. But many lawmakers are voicing concerns over how this war could impact countless innocent lives, both Iranians and American service members. Tennessee Senate Minority Leader Ramesh Akbari, whose father is from Iran, told me, quote, this conflict carries profound implications for global stability, regional security, and American interests. Now more than ever, we must pursue restraint, protect civilian life, and center diplomacy alongside any security considerations. Yeah, another big question in the air is whether the president will send ground troops into Iran, something the president told the New York Post he has not ruled out yet. So that could be something we get more clarity on tomorrow as well. Reporting live here from the newsroom, Caitlin Miller, Action News 5.